You have your IP address.
Dude, it's not gonna happen
see you
anyway.
later.
Everyone, no one's coming back.
Bye.
I'm just
Okay, I'm
gonna.
back.
Oh,
Earthbound podcast.
Let's put it up to a vote, guys. Can he intro?
Yeah.
Okay, you can intro.
Oh, okay. I hope you have add nothing there, and it's just like silence, and Josh goes, "Yeah."
You know, this is gonna be the intro where we've already started rolling. You're behind the time, man. You gotta hurry up. You're behind schedule.
Welcome back to the Earthbound podcast. This
The
is episode
Earthbound
63.
podcast.
Earthbound.
Dude, this is the most energy I think I've had for an Earthbound podcast in like 4 months. Since the last
It's
Earthbound
because
dungeon,
you-
probably.
I think it's because like you have so much, like you
Yeah.
need to like.
I am like tired today, but like it's not like the tire where I'm really fucking drained. Because like it's not from working, it's because I've just got back from my trip. On today, which is Wednesday, by the way, as we all know.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. And also we have other shit to talk about. Because we have a very crazy, wild thing that may have just put on the internet.
Yeah.
This is true.
Perhaps.
It was a very cool thing.
Dude.
Uh-huh.
If you haven't, go check it out. Go check out Fragment Fable, the
Fragment
pilot.
Fable pilot. Yes, sir.
World
Yes,
of
sir.
Eyes.
World of
World of
Eyes.
Eyes.
It's the official title. Yeah. Will I explain the name? Not now. Maybe later when I feel like explaining it. I feel like there's too many layers to explain, and I don't know how to explain it in a way that doesn't sound completely schizophrenic. But there's like 4 layers to why I named it that. So yeah. And one of the layers is because I thought it sounded cool. So anyway.
Sick.
Yeah. Yeah, guys. So yeah,
So
man.
Is there anything we want to talk about in terms of Fragment Fable?
Not really. So anyway, our next topic.
No.
Well, I mean, yeah, the chance that someone is going to watch this who isn't familiar with Fragment Fable already is pretty low. But if you haven't watched it, definitely go check it out.
Well, we have
Yeah,
we have the insider knowledge as we are the 3 main producers.
Yeah.
You have the director on phone call that you can ask any question.
This is
That's true. Oh,
Yeah.
Any time that we've referred to the project in the past like few months has been this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure people knew that already, but if you didn't, there you go.
I don't know why we kept it vague, because the only people that watched this were
Well,
also heavily involved
Yeah, but I
with
like
this.
I like to keep the atmosphere, you know. I don't want to
Yeah.
spill it early. I wanted to let it play out, man. I want to treat it as if you know it's a real thing. It's the thing we were working on that we weren't talking about to no one, except for the people who were working on it. And I like to keep that. I don't know. It's the atmosphere, the aesthetic.
Yeah.
You know, because like we could have.
I
but,
guess.
Yeah.
I have some questions since we have the director on call.
Oh my god.
Is is there a particular song, I guess, that you enjoyed?
Oh boy.
Because I know you did all the
Okay.
compositions for it.
Fucking god damn it! I have to think about because this is weird because I was literally so a little also thing that I have told a few of our friends. I don't know if all of them listen to me, but I will be putting up a video of the pilot soundtrack, and I was just putting a little bit of that video together today. I don't know how far I want to go with that video. It's mostly just going to be the audio over a little background visual, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to do visually. Anyway, yeah, so I really like the intro theme in the monologue. And that motif plays out a few times throughout the episode. You know, you can listen back and catch a few motifs throughout the whole thing. Most of them are pretty obvious, I think, but yeah, that one is really good. And to be honest, I personally really liked the credits theme. That was one I was sitting on for a while. I was gonna use it for a different like music project thing. Then I was like, I actually really kind of like the sound of this, and it was already gonna be an orchestral arrangement. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go with this.
Nice.
I don't know what my favorite would be otherwise. Probably those two are probably my favorites. It would be hard to pick between them. Um,
Yeah, that makes
but
sense.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah. Chu, I never heard. What was your favorite song, Chu?
I did put it the favorite song. I did say what
What?
my favorite song was.
Oh shit,
It
you did,
was
but I don't remember it.
yeah. My
Oh
favorite
my god.
song, yeah, was spoilers for the audio listeners at home. By the way, if you haven't watched Fragment Fable, go watch it. At the very end, where Jack Dagger is sitting on the wall, and it's like this almost kind
Yeah.
of melancholic piece, and it very slowly
Yes.
over time like distorts. It was very well
Yeah.
done, I will say. You did a
Thanks,
very good
man.
job
Yeah.
on that.
Technically, that song. Okay, those are kind of different songs, but also I made that in the same like project file as the overall Barrack song because I kind of intended it to be one song, but they are kind of different pieces because they're totally different. It changes keys. Um, but I don't remember if it changed the BPM. I would need to check back in the project file because most of the songs have a few tempo changes. I don't know if most of them do, but a decent number of them do. And the Barrack scene probably has the most tempo changes. But yeah. Um, yeah, man. I did that's I forgot about that one, but I do like what happened with the whole Barrack scene in this music.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man. I feel like something that I've thought of is that like I feel like the pilot episode probably does not make a whole lot of sense world building wise because I didn't really want to sit down and explain much of it throughout the episode because I feel like that just doesn't it's not particularly interesting and I really like it when I like it when like stories and just media in general it lets stuff be a little bit confusing and alien for a bit like all will be generally explained in time I think
Right.
but for now I kind of like leaving most of the stuff just a little bit wild and confusing. You don't necessarily know what's going on. You don't know much of the world. And most of that will be explored. I don't know how much of it will be directly explained. I have talked about this a little bit to you guys, and I don't know if I'm gonna go through with it, but I am considering like if I want to, and if it like fits with my idea of how I want the explaining the world to go, I might make some lore videos on my second channel. I don't know if I will because there's a chance I'll just keep it a mystery because I kind of like doing that thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's hard to say. I'm still figuring it out. So yeah, but yeah, it's something I really like this project, man. I'm very exciid with
Yeah,
the way this project is going.
this is a really fun project.
Yeah.
Yippee.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Be look out for future updates on the project, perchance.
Yeah, yeah. And also, comment your favorite character. Everyone's gonna comment the character that they voiced, but comment your favorite.
No, no, my favorite character isn't Jack Dagger.
Really?
My
Who
favorite,
is it?
Beef.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Beef. You're absolutely right.
Beef.
Beef is a
Are
good
we allowed to
character.
talk about Beef or no?
We can talk
Is that
about
just
Beef.
a
I'm not gonna. It's not like Beef isn't gonna have like his. I'm spoiler alert. I don't plan on giving Beef his own episode where it only cuts to him and he's
What?
like explaining his tragic backstory of, yeah, so when I was just young, all this happened, and then I killed the dragon, and then I was really fucking ugly because I'm gonna be honest. I designed him to be the ugliest character imaginable because I just imagine that's the kind of person who would be in the underground fighting ring. But
Yeah.
we can explain his backstory because it's not really going to get explained in the series. Do you remember his backstory? Because I remember his backstory. This test.
I don't. I remember
Okay,
like
so
the production backstory of how we made what
yeah.
he was needed for.
Well,
Eh.
yeah. So basically, when he was a baby, he he was placed in a basket on the steps of the boss, Rickon's boss actually, who is kind of the big guy in the underground fighting ring of the city, which I will say is Onford. That's not really a secret. We didn't say the name of the city in episode 1, I don't think. But
No,
that's
we
not a
didn't.
secret. It'll
I
appear
I have a
generally over time.
question
Yeah,
actually.
man.
Either in flashbacks or perhaps like just normally, are we ever going to get to see Rickon's boss, I guess?
Um, I mean, his boss isn't especially relevant to the story, so probably not.
Yeah.
Um, at least not this story. The fighting ring is kind of a passing event in Rickon's backstory, let's say,
Yeah.
without getting too in depth to his backstory. It's something he did for a while, made ends meet until Isidore, the kind fellow, gave him a chance to become a
Yeah.
sentinel. Or right now he's an avalor, which if it wasn't obvious,
Right.
an avalor is sort of their training to become a sentinel one day. Hopefully, there's a few ranks in between that. And not everyone ranks up to sentinel. Sometimes you get to a lower rank and you stay that way. It happens. Because sentinel is it's a very important role. Not everyone gets to do that. Yeah. So yeah. But anyway, I'm trying to think of other things Fragment Fable related that I want to talk about.
But what about beef?
Beef. Oh
Oh, right.
shit!
Beef's
I
backstory.
never fully
I
explained his backstory
sidetracked
because
us.
I started fucking talking about shit. Yeah, so he was in a basket as a baby. He wrapped up a newborn. He was placed on the steps of the front door of the mob, not the mob bosses, but the fighting ring bosses. The the doorstep to his like office and shit. Um, and he opened the door and was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna name him Beef because he's gonna be beefy. He's gonna work in my fighting ring," and he did. And he is beefy, and he does work in the fighting ring. He did a pretty decent job of patching up Rickon. He might not be the brightest necessarily. Um, though I don't know. Maybe he is. I haven't gotten a chance to meet him. He hasn't responded to any of my texts. Um, but he also is incredibly ugly. Gonna be honest. I distinctly remember when we were filming, there was a second where like I was getting my camera in shot, and she was like, "Oh my god, this guy is so fucking ugly." I was like, "Yeah, that's the point. That's how he's supposed to be,
Yeah.
man."
I I I'm pretty sure I was there for the creation of Beef, but I was entirely spaced out when it was going on. So I had no idea who
Yeah,
he was until the episode came out.
yeah, yeah. But yeah. I
I
mean,
don't. Did you name beef or did I name beef? I don't
you
remember.
named him, and then I just like bullshitted a backstory for him real quick.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's right.
Cause I made
And
him,
then
and then
because
you
it
were
was
like, we
this.
should make this like a little character, like an actor. He was originally just supposed to be like an ensemble type, just random, like
Yeah.
just NPC actor. Um, and then we made just a bit about him being an actual character, and he is an actual character. That's canon. Oh,
Yeah. That's canon.
yeah. I do have at this point a fairly um lengthy wiki on my PC. It's just a local thing in an app I have about all the lore. And I will probably write him in there at some point because it'll make me giggle at least. Um Unironically, for writing shit like that in world building, having a little wiki is actually insanely helpful and helps you keep track
I
of all the
I
shit you've
I'm so
wrote.
excited for when you release it one day.
When I
Hopefully.
I want to see it.
it'll depend because I don't know how I would release it. I would potentially once I have all if I have it in a way where I could like display the lore for people I'm working with to get acquainted with. Maybe I don't know if I would make a public wiki because first of all, no one would give a shit, and also I'd have to probably figure out how to export and format it to a actual wiki website server, to which there are a few options for doing that for free, but I don't know if I would be so willing to do that. But yeah.
That makes
Um
sense.
yeah. Anyway, yeah, yeah. There's a lot of writing going into this project, I will say. In fact, I probably the most time I've spent on anything related to this shit has been the writing, because that's just something I do like habitually, just over the course of when we're doing everything else,
Don't
pretty
say that
much.
about yourself.
What?
You said you called yourself a bitch.
What?
Huh?
You said habitual.
Habitually.
Oh.
Habitually. You
Oh,
bitch.
okay.
So yeah. Yeah, and then of course it's weird because it's like that's a lot more. I've probably put a lot more time into writing, but it's spread over a long period of time. And then when I'm actually working on the video project and shit, it's like it's less time, but it's so condensed. So I'm like spending a ton of time in the week just like grinding that shit out, and I am so tired. But not anymore because the first episode is out.
Yeah.
Yippee, 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 yippee. So yeah. Also, can I tell you guys, this is not really related. It's just a quick side tangent about how, so, um, I like, I don't remember, I think it was yesterday, like morning. It was like 5 a.m. Um, and, I was like, waking up, but like, okay, sometimes when you're like either like half falling asleep or half waking up, it's like you won't have dreams,
Yeah.
but you'll have like weird like visions for like a few seconds of like an idea. I had one of
Yeah.
those. I had like a vision where so Franco posted to his Twitter, which I don't know how I dreamed this because I don't check Twitter. I don't check his Twitter. I don't know if he posts on Twitter, but I had a dream where I was reading a Twitter post from him where he was in front of the Eiffel Tower. Like he posted an image of the Eiffel Tower, and he just wrote text that was like, "Fuck this! I want to play Roblox right now." And yeah, I think he would potentially post that if he was in front of the Eiffel Tower.
That does seem plausible for him. I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, man. So yeah. Yeah. Anyway. This is I don't know if any of you guys are interested in this. I am super interested in this. Another little side tangent is that the Fallout TV show has a season 2,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's coming out in December, dude. They just put out a trailer for it, and by just I mean they did it like a week ago. But I've been on vacation, so fucking time skipped for me. So
What do you
yeah,
think about it?
I'm fucking hyped, dude. They're going to New Vegas.
Oh really? That's awesome.
They're going to Vegas.
I have not been up to date on what's been happening with
I'm
all of
really
that, but
excited
that's
for it. I hope they don't fuck it up because I feel like they could fuck it up. I feel like that's an easy thing to
could.
mess up because they are because depending on what they do, they could canonize certain events in New Vegas, which is a super choice heavy game that has a bunch of endings.
Right.
So depending upon what they say, they could really mess things up.
I think
So yeah, we'll
I
see.
think the only way they really avoid it is by having it take place before uh before the story of the game.
Oh, it takes place way after. This is the newest one. This is after Fallout
Oh,
4. So it's I don't remember
oh,
how long it's been, but it's been a good few years. So it is way after, yeah. Um
okay.
yeah. Though we do have a little bit of lore on them, like the NCR and shit. In
Okay.
Shady Sands, which was a big deal. But as someone who's played all of the Fallout games made before Fallout 4, that is, I never played Fallout 4 or 76 because I don't really care about those. I was not I think all the shit they canonized with that I did not bother me at all. I thought it was good. I enjoyed the season 1 quite a bit. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. I am still a little bit anxious about a season 2. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. Chu, you have a lot of thoughts about this.
Yeah. Um,
What do you think about
I
like what the Brotherhood of Steel are doing in
oh,
New
I know
Vegas?
those guys actually. They're the ones in the power armor.
Yeah, do you know what they do?
They steal because they steal stuff because and they're brothers.
All of them are
And so
brothers.
all of them are
Like
brothers. It's a
all a bunch
really
of
big
Mario and
family.
Luigi's.
You know
Right?
what? Can we do
Maybe.
this for the rest of the podcast where you ask me about Fallout lore and I make stuff up?
Chu,
I that that would
what
be
do you think
cool,
about
but
the super mutants, Chu? What? You lagged out for me. Hello? Oh shit, did my internet just cut out? Oh shit. Oh shit, my internet. So I guess has turned into a solo podcast because my internet I think just cut out. So that's really nice. Maybe my Ethernet. Maybe I messed up my Ethernet cable. Maybe I giggled too hard and I kicked my Ethernet cable across the room, and it bounced off the walls, Looney Tunes style. And that's just what happened. I could I could say anything now. I think my internet might actually be dead. Oh shit. Well, man, what do I do? What do I do, guys?
Hello?
Oh shit.
hi Teague. Hello.
Hi. I was talking. I was like. I was literally talking that whole time. I was like, "This has turned into a solo podcast." I started yapping about my Ethernet cable. It was awesome. You should have been there. Fuck, I'm lagging again. Help me. Okay, I think what is happening? It keeps going from like I'm not liking it all to my internet doesn't exist. Internet was not invented in my country. I don't know. Um, but yeah. So. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Chu. What do you think about the super
True was
mutants?
explained. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I said that's the Super Mario Brothers. But they kind of fuse together into one like giant it's like the Hulk, but
Uh-huh.
it's like red and green, like because it's Mario and Luigi. And then there's another
Oh,
one that's purple and yellow because it's Wario and Waluigi.
okay, okay. Um, yeah, yeah. What do you think about the NCR? Are you a fan of them?
Uh, yeah, they're like cops, and they have like these cool like steampunk cars that only have like a singular wheel.
Steampunk
So it's like
guy
yeah,
who hasn't
steampunk.
seen a single second of Fallout for his entire life. Yeah, steampunk dude.
Yeah, they got these cool steampunk cars, and it's got one wheel, and like
One
the like
wheel. Wow, that's crazy. They
yeah.
gotta balance that hard.
Yeah, it's kind of like a unicycle, but it's the size of like an entire police car. And so,
Oh,
and then
okay.
they have like little decals on the side that say "Don't mess with the NCR," and like, but
Uh,
they're dressed up as like it's like a weird like mix between like a modern policeman and a cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
So they got like these cool like cowboy coats on that are like
I want to ask. Are you
yeah.
a fan of what the Enclave has been doing, or at least what they were doing?
Oh, the Enclave. So those are the guys that are like part lizard, but only in their hands, and they like
Just like your
dance
father,
around in
almost.
cave. What?
Remember the Lizard War when your father lost his leg?
Yeah, dude.
It's like
That
that.
was the Enclave. Yeah,
Yeah.
so they only have lizard hands. Everything else is just normal people, except they dance around in caves,
Hmm.
and like they use like they like have like kind of fused together weapons. Like they have spears that have guns on the end of them, and they have mechanisms on these spears where they could like stab someone and then shoot them as they stab someone.
Wow. Wait. What'd you say? I wasn't listening to you for the past like 5 minutes.
What? Oh yeah,
They have
the
guns with
Enclave
knives on
are
them?
no. They have spears with guns on them.
Isn't that not a bayonet?
So anyway, they take these gun spears and like stab people, and then they have like a trigger mechanism on the spear, and then they press it and it like shoots them, and it's really close.
So a bayonet. You would have been a
Yeah.
crazy inventor during World War One when nothing was invented yet. If you were like in like the 1800s when like people didn't have anything invented, you would have gone crazy. You would have invented so many
Yeah.
things.
What about so yeah, and that's the what are they called? The Enclave, I
The
think.
Enclave. The Enclave,
Yeah.
yes.
The Enclave.
I want to say you've gotten everything absolutely right. I didn't know you were such a fan of Fallout.
Yeah, dude, I'm the biggest Fallout fan out of
Oh yeah, what was
everyone
your
here.
favorite Fallout game, by the way?
Fallout Sub-Zero.
Ooh, yeah, that was a good one. And where were they in that one exactly? Where did that take place?
They were in Las Vegas, but suddenly there was a flash freeze like Ice
Oh,
Age.
I forgot about the flash freeze of New Vegas. What year did that take place?
Um, it took place in 2202.
Oh yeah, because yeah. I I don't remember when that
I'm
happens,
gonna
but yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, Chew. As funny as this has been, up until you started talking about the Enclave, you got stuff like more right than I was expecting you to.
Calling the NCR cops was relatively close. Yeah, they kind of are. Um,
Oh, they
Basically,
are? I mean,
well,
yeah,
not
I mean,
exactly.
they're
They
it's
basically are just they're just a government.
they're like America. It's the new California Republic.
Well,
oh.
it's like it's the America that's not the super evil America. It's the America that has all of the flaws of America, but also people live and aren't murdered by bad people constantly. But they have taxes and it's capable of corruption and stuff.
So
So yeah.
anyway, Teeks, how was your trip, man? I want to
Dude,
hear
let me talk
about what
about
you've been up
the
to.
the Renaissance Fair. Cause I saw some
Yeah.
jousting. Dude, okay. I actually yeah, man, it was a good time. I may have purchased a few things, all of them D&D
Did
related.
you get us presents?
Yeah, dude. I did. Here, actually, hold on. Sorry, let me grab it real quick. Here you go.
Just what I wanted.
Whoa! A moving picture of Germa doing the middle finger.
Yeah, dude, how did you know?
I just did.
Well, what'd
Cause
you get for Josh?
Oh, you want to know? Here, hold on. Um, let me. Okay.
Oh,
So
thanks,
anyway,
man. That's really kind of you.
anyway,
Dude,
So-
Josh, we're matching.
we at the Ren Fair, my friend and I, we hopped into there was this like there were a few pottery places, and this one place was like a really nice, like they had a lot of high quality like cups and mugs and stuff that you could purchase.
Oh, cool.
And I'm not gonna lie, I had a complete soy jack moment. I like did the point and everything, and like I started guzzling Soylent because I saw a really cool mug, and it was the only kind. And most of the mugs had several of the same design. This one was a one of one, custom made by the guy who makes them, who wasn't in the shop that day. But it was this really nice large mug with the Baldur's Gate 3 logo, and I was like, dude,
Oh,
that's like my favorite thing ever.
that's awesome.
Not really, but that's my favorite video game. So I was like, well, I'm gonna purchase that, even though it's like $45. But actually, that's not that bad because
Yeah.
they're really high quality, and it's like it wasn't just a print. It was like the logo was like, it was like 3D. He like sculpts them onto the mug, and it takes a lot of time because there's like so much depth to it. So yeah, it was awesome. And it's a really tall mug. It's actually so tall I can't normally fit into my Keurig. I have to take out this bottom part of it to fit in. So yeah, it's awesome. I have it right behind me actually.
Dude, you should grab it and throw it against the wall as hard as you can.
No, I don't want to. That's a lot. It's the coolest mug ever, dude. You're just mad because you haven't played Baldur's Gate.
And
Baldur's
you're
Gate
just mad 'cause
3.
you can't say it.
I'm turning. You haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 because you don't have a good computer. That's just the
I
fact. I'm
don't.
just saying facts. I'm just saying
No,
facts.
that's true. That's true.
Speaking factually, I've calculated the numbers, and I don't think you could run Baldur's Gate 3 at more than 10 seconds per frame.
You know what? You're so right.
So yeah. But yeah, it's a really cool mug, man. Because like literally, I saw it and I was like, wait, is that the Baldur's Gate 3 logo? So yeah.
Why did you say that like Markiplier?
I don't know, dude. Because I don't know. Markiplier is my fucking grandfather. I don't know. What do you want me to say?
Oh.
So, I also bought a cool set of dice. It's just 7 dice, but it's all the important dice that you need. And I have other dice if I need to roll several of them. You know what I'm saying?
What type of dice? Wait, what are the dice look like? What are the dice?
They're this really cool black and white dice. They're just plastic, but they're like painted and shit, and they're really cool. I
Cool.
will say, my one issue is that on I don't remember which one it is. It might be the D20. The they didn't make, yeah, so the 9 and the 6 aren't super like well distinguished, except the 9 is like a little bit different in style.
Do they not have the lines?
They don't have the line or the dot. They're just different in style. So it's like you have to just know. Or you can check the other side, obviously. But that's my one issue is that could be a little bit better, but otherwise they look excellent. They look amazing. And I realize I might be that sucks because I'm probably gonna have to take pictures of these, and so I can show them. But what I do find really funny is that on the D6, the 6 has a line under it, as if you're gonna be like confused on D6. Like, wow, guys, I rolled a 9. So yeah. But yeah, man. I don't know. It was awesome. It was a good purchase. I also bought this like wooden, like dice like tray thing. And it has like this this engraving. I think it's actually like a burnt, little thing that looks really
Ooh.
cool. In fact, it was so cool. The people who the people behind the counter were complimenting me. They were like, "Yeah, that's the best one. You gotta buy that one." So yeah. And it was like it's not like factory made. It was like handmade by someone connected to the shop. So it's a really cool thing. It was the same place actually. They had it was really cool. I didn't end up doing it, but they ran D&D games there. Like it didn't matter. You
Oh,
didn't have to have
yo.
have anything with you. You could have no experience, and it was like $30 per person for like a 90-minute session. Um, and they ran a different game every hour. So because they had several tables, obviously, so they could schedule that. But I was like, it was tempting because I thought it would be fun, but I was like, I don't, I kind of want to do other things for this 90 minutes because I really want to check out the rest of this Ren Fair. But that was a really cool thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, yeah. It was awesome, man. Um, yeah. I don't think I talked much about. Well, I talked to Chu about it briefly, but I watched some jousting. They had some jousting there. That was really cool. Um, the knights were in like full like plate armor. Not full plate armor, but
Oh.
like some plate armor. For the important bits because they had these big wooden lances that they were, pointing at each other. So you don't want them to fucking die. Um, Especially because the lances like they were wooden, so like the point was like they would try to actually break them because that's how they got the most points. Um, it wasn't super long. I don't know how long the show was. I would say maybe 20 minutes. But the annoying part was for like 10 minutes before that, while they were setting up and getting the horses warmed up and stuff. They had people like warming up the audience. They were like trying to make them cheer and stuff. And to be honest, that was really annoying because I didn't care about any of that and like screaming stuff for the announcers or whatever. I just wanted to watch them. I wanted to watch the jousting, dude.
Yeah.
I want to look at the armor, dude. Yeah. It was awesome. Depending upon which side you were seated, you had a knight to root for. And the thing is, the I think they script it so like everyone's a little bit happy because the the knight that was on my side that I was supposed to be cheering for lost the actual jousting part, but then after that they started like fighting each other, they started punching each other, and he won that part. So I was like, oh. Well, they probably just did that to make people feel good about themselves because they want their side to win. But it was
Yeah, that
it
makes
was
sense.
very cool, man.
It's
It
just
was
like
very.
medieval times.
Shut up, dude.
But you've never been to medieval times before?
Have you never been to a Ren Fair before?
I haven't actually. I would love to go
I want
someday.
to go so badly, bro.
Oh, you should
But
go to
every
the
time
one
there
that
is
I'm
one, I'm
going to.
tasty. You already went to one.
I might go next year. I actually would very much like to go next year if I can. Depends upon what I'll be doing.
Oh.
But I'm not going to tell you which one I'm going to because I don't want to be murdered. I don't want to be assassinated while I'm there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But you should go to that one too.
Okay, maybe.
No, you won't. You're not going to go all that way from your third world country.
Fine.
But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Dude, what else was I going to talk about? I did meet. I don't know if I should even talk about this, but I met a really weird guy at the he was working at the post office. My friend had to deliver like or they had to ship something out, let's say, and it was the guy behind the counter was a little bit odd and unusual. I probably did not have the greatest customer service. I was literally just I like it was. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, they were like that was the worst like customer service like display I've ever seen. I was like, how do you have a job here or anywhere actually? But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't even know if I should talk about it because they were just an unusual person. Um, Hello.
Okay. Why?
No one's talking.
Oh,
I wasn't sure what to say. It's just like, this guy was unusual.
yeah,
It
and
was
you're like,
unusual.
this guy was unusual, but I don't want to
It was
expand
okay.
upon
I
it.
have to think because okay, first of all, we were getting like the package they were gonna send just packaged up, and some other guy, just random guy, walked in the store and like had a few questions and like didn't know. He was just like confused about like the fees and stuff and how to package it. The guy behind the counter was like weirdly kind of rude to that guy. He was like the guy was completely normal, and then the guy behind the counter was like, "Hold on, dude, just stop it with the attitude, buddy." And my friend and I were like, "What?" The guy just clearly doesn't know how to like has I think he said he like hasn't like shipped anything off from like this post office before, so he doesn't really know like what he's doing. Um, and then after that, like we got there and he was like making small talk. We were talking about like, oh yeah, the place we're shipping to has like a weird name. And he was like, oh yeah, no, I know that. I used to live there. I ran for mayor there. And like I assumed they were joking because I could tell they were joking. I think my friend was humoring them because like they didn't know they were playing it safe. And then you started to go on like a weird tangent about how like it was so weird. You said, "Yeah, I won every election because I had 93% of the female vote because I was so fucking attractive." Um, and I was like, "What? Who says that to like a random customer at the post office?" And also, I'm sure he was doing this to be like self-deprecating because he was balding and overweight, um, not conventionally attractive, I should say, but it was just such a weird thing to say because first of all you don't swear in front of like your the
Yeah,
customers.
customers.
That's just weird. Why would you ever do that? And also that's a weird joke in general to make. There's just so many layers of like why that's such a bad idea. It was I was like, does this guy work here or was this just some random guy off the street who hopped behind the counter? Because like first of all, he was just like being weirdly rude to this other guy that was here, and now he's making like dumb jokes. I don't know. It was unusual, but yeah. Um yeah. I will say I think I had I there were a lot of weird characters, I guess, just around on like around public transportation. Um just like there were just people like screaming stuff, which like you do see once in a while in when you're in a very urban area, you're just gonna see people like
Mhm.
shouting stuff and being weird. When you had that many
Yeah.
people together, a few of them are gonna be unusual. But it was a little bit scary because I'm like, okay, these guys are probably just screaming because they're screaming, but I don't know. Maybe they are just gonna like murder someone. You never know.
Did they?
No, they didn't. They didn't. But
Oh.
I remember there's one time my friend and I had to wait for a bus for like 10 minutes while someone was screaming about how like I live on this address on this floor and all of my friends and family are trying to steal my organs. And we just had to listen to that for a while until I guess actually at some point a security guard walked out and was like, "Shut the fuck up." And they're like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "What is happening, dude?" Luckily they weren't on my bus. I think they were just hanging out there because they didn't have anything else to do. But oh my god, um,
All my friends and family.
it was so weird. They said like
That's
exactly
such
where they
a
lived.
that's
Like
it's like the fact that he screamed first off where he lived and then immediately followed up with everyone I know is trying to steal my organs. Like
yeah.
I wonder why, man. It's because everyone knows
Well,
where you live.
also they went. After they went on that for a while, they were like, "Yeah, this is all of that. Write this in your phones in case you forget. In case you forget."
What?
In case you
Forget what?
forget, and
Him?
they repeated that for like 5 minutes. They were shouting like as hard as possible in case you forget. And there were several times where they clearly had to stop because they were messing up their voice from shouting the same thing for like 5 minutes straight. It was like, oh my god, dude, that was wild. That was wild. But oh man, um,
That's crazy.
Yeah, I at that point I was like, I don't know what this person is gonna do. So I just walked in. I literally stared at like I just stared at the road. I was like, you know what? Just don't walk anywhere near me, and let this bus arrive, and I'll be good. But yeah, man. Um, but the Ren Fair, I didn't meet any. There were well, I shouldn't say meet because I didn't meet this person. I just saw them. But the Ren Fair didn't have any wild characters. Mostly because I think mostly normal people go to the Ren Fair. Because there's like a whole process to get there. Like you have to intentionally move there, or go visit that. Meanwhile, the city streets will just have literally anyone. So yeah, I don't know, man. Um, yeah, I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to talk about, dude. You're not giving me anything to go off of.
Oh well, I did have a topic.
Okay.
Um,
Just give me your topic. Throw me your
based
topic.
on based on something uh my girlfriend told me about earlier today.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys ever considered getting any tattoos before?
Yeah, I mean, I had this conversation with Daisy earlier. I do have like a very small one. It was from a few years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
Um,
have a tattoo?
yes. Yeah, no. I was 18. No, I was 19. Um, yeah, so you know Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Oh, oh. No, you did tell me about this. You did tell me
Yeah,
about
so
this.
I have it's like you know the 3D Alvin and the Chipmunks movie. I really liked that at the time, so I got a
Yeah,
full back tattoo of them. Like it was the you know
dude.
it's like the Squeakquel like poster of them all like
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
standing with their arms crossed. It was a full like fully colored like 3D perfectly shaded version of that across my entire back. But otherwise, I don't have
Yeah.
anything else. So I sometimes I forget.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
I
just a
understand.
just a small one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I personally don't have any tattoos, unlike Teagues. Um, but a lot of my friends do have tattoos, and I've been like, yeah, tattoos are cool. And I'm personally not. I personally am okay with not having a tattoo. I've talked with my friends. I've thought of getting like a tiny one before.
Oh yeah, you told me you want it was like a chest tattoo of like your skin ripping apart, and underneath it was a
Yeah.
Superman suit
Yeah, no,
because
yeah,
you love
yeah, and
Marvel.
it was also my ribs like poking out as well. You
Yeah,
forgot
yeah,
that
and
part.
underneath it was a Superman suit because you love Marvel.
Yes, yes,
You're
What
gonna
yes.
have
is
the
it that you
Marvel
would
logo.
actually what is it that you would actually
Hang
want
on,
to?
let me find it because there is actually an existing picture of.
The Triforce. You would love that.
No,
I've I don't ever really want a tattoo. I think people
I've
with
been thinking
tattoos
of
are pretty
sorry.
cool.
Oh, sorry.
Uh,
Oh,
Yeah, that I've been thinking of getting that because I thought
oh,
okay.
it was. It's
that would be
very
cool.
cute and very simple, and it's like, but like a little smaller, probably, and not like as big as it is in the photo. But I think that would be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Where would you get it?
Probably near my wrist, maybe like forearm somewhere. I'm
Mm,
thinking.
okay,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, I'm iffy because to be honest, okay, maybe it might just be my area, but like most places I've worked do not like visible tattoos.
Yeah.
It used to be if you had like if they like knew you had tattoos in like anywhere except like your maybe your arm or like your shoulder, they would just not hire you. Now, I think most of them are a little bit more relaxed. Is like just don't make them too visible or obvious, and it doesn't matter. Most of them don't like those things. So yeah, I would be iffy to do that. And also, I don't know, like, dude, I just like, it would be hard because I feel like my interests flip flop too much for me to decide upon one. It would if I ever got one, it would be something super narcissistic and be like about something I made. So so yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you before, Josh. What were you saying?
Oh yeah.
I was just saying that I think people with tattoos are cool. I think tattoos as like a general concept are cool, but I probably would never get one myself. I'm just not drawn to it.
Okay. Well, if you had to do one, you had to get one right now. You have
Had
to.
to get
What
one.
what what
Yeah,
what
you
what
have
would
to
it
get
be?
one.
Honestly, something probably pretty similar to the one Chu showed. Something definitely small, small, cute, Nintendo related.
Not
Probably,
not Shark Cat.
um,
What if Franco
now
offered
that
to
you bring that
personally
up,
tattoo Shark Cat onto you?
I
Franco
Dude,
would
you could
who
get
had
the like,
reject that
zero
you could
offer.
get like the head of
tattooing
Shark Head.
experience.
I would reject that offer.
I would not
No,
Dude, what
trust
if
Franco to tattoo
yeah,
me at
dude,
all.
what if what if you go up to Franco and like just give him a tattoo gun and you're like make the next Shark Cat panel on my chest.
Dude,
Would you trust
no,
him?
I feel like I would
no.
ask. I feel like if you asked Franco to give you a tattoo, he would be like, "Okay, just shut your eyes." And when you open your eyes, there would just be like a Peter Griffin smoking weed.
Yeah, that that sounds
He's
accurate.
awful at every other tattoo, but he does a really good Peter Griffin smoking weed tattoo.
Yeah, yeah.
Strangely enough, he can't do regular Peter Griffin, just Peter Griffin smoking
Yeah.
weed. So like, yeah. No. Shark Cat is a possibility. Kirby, Pikmin,
Ooh, Pikmin
maybe a
would be fun.
Splatoon squid, maybe something Toontown related, but I don't know what I would do with that. I think it would probably be something very small and related to Pikmin, most likely. Because I like Pikmin,
Okay. Okay.
if I had to get one.
Yeah.
Where would you get it?
I really don't know. Probably somewhere where you were thinking, like wrist or forearm or something like that. Somewhere where it's like still visible but not completely out of the way. I would maybe put it towards my upper arm, if I was like worried about like it being uncovered in any particular situation.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Teagues, would you get this?
That's not real.
No, it is.
That's not real.
No, it is.
No, that's not real. Why is Homer in there? He's not a part of the same thing as them. They couldn't do like
Oh,
Lois. They didn't. They
well,
couldn't do. They couldn't do. Fucking. I don't know any of the other characters. They couldn't do the chicken.
oh, dude, that would have been sick.
Yeah. I would do that. Except it's Rickon, Jack, Thorm, and Mervin.
That'd actually be kind of
No,
cool.
not Mervin. Beef. It would be Beef.
Oh,
Beef.
dude. Hell
That
yeah.
would be terrible. I hate the Beatles. I don't like that shit.
That reminds me, when Daisy told me about your Alvin and the Chipmunks tattoo earlier, I saw the picture and I was like, oh, imagine
It's
the
Fragment
trio
Fable.
from Fragment Fable in that
It would be
pose.
Fragment Fable, dude.
Dude, one of us needs to commission someone like that.
Which
Uh,
character is which? I don't know the Alvin and the Chipmunks well enough. I mean, I do
I
because
don't know
I'm a big fan
either.
of Alvin and the Chipmunks because I do have the big 3D back tattoo of them. But um, I'm testing you guys. I don't want to give you the answer.
Rickon is probably Alvin. I feel
Yeah.
like Jack, hmm.
I
I
I
don't
was
know.
about
It's
to
it's weird because are we thinking about like size and framing, or are we thinking about personality?
I thought it
I'm
was
thinking
personality.
personality.
Okay,
Because I personally think that Jack is Alvin, Rickon is
Alvin.
Theodore, and then Thorm is Simon.
Interesting. I would have put Jack as Simon.
The only reason why is because or Thorm rather, or what am I saying? Jack doesn't really strike me as like a nerdy type. He's very much he's a know-it-all, but like he's not in like a smart way.
Yeah.
He's very much just like in a show-offy way,
I
which
would
is
say
very much
my
out.
That
take
makes
of
sense.
Jack is like he's not like he's a genius. He's intelligent enough, I'd say, but
Yeah,
I would say it's like he's more, I'd say, lawful in nature than Rickon, who's definitely more chaotic.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes
Um,
sense.
Lawful, not necessarily in the sense that he's like ultra pure and good, but like he has a more strict set of rules that he lives by, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. That makes sense.
I mean, you're the guy who came up with the concept for the character Chew.
I guess.
Because if we're thinking about the D&D like alignment system, which is, to be honest, in my opinion, kind of a restricting system, but
Yeah.
I would say Rickon is more of a chaotic good, and at least to me right now, Jack seems more like a lawful neutral almost.
I was gonna say lawful neutral for Jack, definitely.
Yeah,
And I feel like Thorm. I don't know where I'd put Thorm.
it's
Thorm's
hard
like
to
a
say
true
right
neutral
now.
to me.
Yeah, he could really
Thorm,
go anywhere from where I see it right now.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
he's really not. I would say, it's weird because I want to say true neutral, but that's just because I don't really have a spot to put him in my
Yeah,
brain.
Mhm.
that's my whole reasoning. I
I
was
know
like, I
over
don't know.
time, I know over time I want him to vacation more to
Yes,
like the what's the
Storm
word I'm looking
does.
for?
Hmm.
I don't know if I would put him necessarily in lawful neutral by the end of his transition.
Hmm.
I or not lawful neutral. He would either by the end of like his character, I would want him either to be lawful good or neutral good, probably. But he's
Yeah,
definitely somewhere
he's a
some
character that will
aspect of
develop.
neutrality.
We haven't heard a lot from him in the pilot, but we will. We will hear more from him. All of the characters will develop a lot. They'll advance a lot
Yeah.
and move
Sure.
forward in their ways. Um, yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Without talking about the specifics, I like I do know the ending of the series quite well. Well, the season I should say, not the series. This
Yeah.
season I know it very well, and I am very happy with it. I think it's a great ending.
Oh.
Um, so yeah,
Hmm.
at least
A great ending or a gray ending?
I would say great. It's quite great. I think it's cinema. Let's say.
Absolute cinema?
Nice.
Oh, I would say so. I would say so. I have
I
the
hope that we'll
last
be able to bring
dude,
that
the last
ending to
couple
light.
episodes, I have the scenes in my head, and I'm not gonna lie, some of it is absolute cinema. It is I'm like I actually soy jack about it every time it enters my mind.
Are you doing the soy jack point?
Yeah, but except I point to the speech bubble above my head, or not the top bubble. So yeah, the cloud I should say. Um, yeah, yeah. So all I'm gonna say, I'm not revealing anything right now. I'm not showing my cards. Um, but yeah, those are things we do know. Characters will develop, including Thorm, who is a bit of a mystery character right now. I will admit, if you aren't gonna know that much about
He's
him.
so mysterious.
In fact, um, it it's not like a secret that his name is Thorm, but I don't think they ever say his name. They don't call him by name in the
Oh
pilot
yeah.
at all.
Jack
Um,
does
oh,
once
he
in the
Oh
does.
yeah,
season
he
You're
called
correct.
does. He does.
Storm Hide
Yeah.
Now. I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah. Oh, I
rewatching.
think he also
I
says,
noticed
"Oh,
that.
Thorm, see anything?" In the forest.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
does say that a couple
Thorm,
times.
spot anything? Yeah.
They don't quite the characters generally are not introduced super like definitely. It's usually their name is
Yeah.
kind of in passing. Because again, I kind of like I don't know like okay, personally it's like that's that I'm just as the director of this, I'm doing things that speak to me rather than what is necessarily going to tell the most like clear information. And I don't know what a professional would say is like the right way to do these things, because I don't know. I do the things the way that I am happy with them, and revealing information the way I want to be heard. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel that. I feel that.
Yeah, man. But yeah. Um. Are
Oh
you trying to
wait,
harmonize?
actually, maybe. But I was about to say, as the creator of Thorn, is there anything that you would like to say, Josh?
Be careful about what you
What do you
say.
mean?
Just anything.
Anything, but be careful.
But don't spoil anything.
Oh, don't spoil anything. Okay. Well, I think one thing I can definitely share about Thor's character is that he wah, 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 wah.
No, keep going, keep going.
Is that I thought she was setting me up for the ending.
No, I
To
was
be
I was
completely honest.
genuinely asking.
Okay. Well, no. Um, I don't know. There's not too. The only things I really have in mind for Thorn are how he is now and where I want him to go. And I really am mostly trusting uh Teagues and his writing to sort of bridge that development and that gap for his character.
Oh, believe me, I will.
Um, yeah.
Will you?
Yeah. Yes, I will.
Yeah. I'm excited for what'll happen for him. And I'm especially excited as we get further on because it'll be a good chance for me to it'll be a good chance for Teeks to practice voice direction and be a good time for me to practice acting to try and slowly phase in his
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
feel that.
not
Yeah.
I don't want to say humanity, but like the lessening of his like automaton nature over time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I will say, I think most of the time, when it comes to voice direction, I'd say to a fault, I think I can sometimes be a bit gentle about it, mostly because I like to hear people's original takes on things. Um, just for anything, I like to hear people's original takes on things and not just focus on like the way that I would do things. Because that has happened both in writing and just in general, and with developing the characters, right? I didn't develop all the characters. Usually, whoever was voicing them would have some say in either how the character looked, or like their personality, or some kind of trait about them. And I really like doing that because I know the way that I will do things and the way that I will write things, and I don't know the way that other people will do things, and the way that other people do things is always going to be different. And if need be, I will adapt certain traits and features to our material, our story, our world.
Yeah.
But yeah. Um, there are a few things just like mostly like pacing and stuff. I think sometimes I could probably be there for. To be fair, most of the time when it comes to that, it has turned out fine. The only thing is that um some of the Salvio lines I could not give direction for because Akai recorded them on call but muted, so I couldn't fucking talk to him about it. And then the thing is, this was already like the
Yeah.
third or the fourth time he re-recorded them. So I didn't want to make him re-record it again because I was like, dude, I don't feel like doing this anymore. But it's fine. It's. I mean, none of them are bad. It's all fine. But it is
It's just
also just a
you
learning
wish you had
process.
more control over it, or direction
Yeah, well,
rather.
it's something that probably is mostly just going to matter to me, and only I'm going to know us. But just the way that, because when I'm writing the script, obviously I have a like I have a rhythm to all of the the way that characters speak, and just
Hmm.
each line. There's a certain timing to it that is in my mind, and just the way that they say it is in my mind. Um, that isn't always what other people will assume. And sometimes that's good because it is, again, a unique take on it that I wouldn't necessarily have thought of. And other times I kind of would, just because in certain cases it does help my personal, like, my directing and the way I shoot certain scenes. It would make that flow a bit better with the way I work rather than having to adapt it to the voices. So yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. That actually
Yeah.
reminds me, there was one part, like specific moment out of the pilot that I actually felt that pretty hard. And it's when they were putting the wristbands on. And I remember Akai as Eastor being like, sorry, but these bands are a little too small for you. And something about the pacing of that line just felt not
Akai
how I had
speaks a
heard it in
little
my head.
fast, to be honest. When you're saying the
Yeah.
lines, the thing is, okay, a lot of the time I can speak a little bit fast, I think, but when you're saying lines, you have to slow down. That was something
Hmm.
I had to really heavily remember because Rickon naturally has a little bit of a faster rhythm in comparison to most characters. Um, but I was still consciously slowing down a lot of his lines, and especially in certain lines like that, it is better to really slow that down because in my mind it was more it was a slower one. It was like, oh, sorry bud, I think these bands are a little too small for you, you know.
Yeah,
um
that was how I heard it
Yeah.
in my head as
yeah.
well.
um yeah, which, to be fair, it's no problem because, again, it's a learning process for all of us. And that
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
just that was a character. Isidore wasn't supposed to actually be a particularly major character. He was going to actually just be a one-off character, and then I wrote more of him into the script. And I assigned his lines to Akai just because I was like, well, I I just I wanted to have someone else do this voice that wasn't just like me doing yet another voice, because I knew I was going to do quite a few voices. And I was like, well, hey guy, do you want to do a few more lines? And he was like, yeah, sure. um and I don't know that he came up with it with I don't know that his voice for that is 100% developed, but again,
Yeah.
it's like certain things, like it's like these episodes. Well, I'm super happy with the way this one turned out. I think it's an excellent episode. um it's still like it's a process of figuring out how to do this, because I've never been a director for any kind of thing that's being filmed. I guess I've done a little bit of stage direction and stuff, but nothing like this. So it's a learning process for me.
Yeah.
It's a learning process for anyone who doesn't do a ton of voice acting. And something that I don't mind revealing this right now, um, is that at the moment, we will have a number of episodes in the season, and once the season is finished, no matter how long that takes, I will be planning on doing a a bigger cut. That's a film edit of the entire series, one long cut of the entire series. And in certain things like that, there will be hopefully some modifications. Not a huge change to the series overall, but anything that I think, like, hey, this was something that we would just even just quickly go back to, redo a couple things. We can go back and do that for the larger cut. And these episodes are, ultimately a process of us improving on a lot of these different skills.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. What? Everyone got quiet.
I'm
I felt
agreeing.
like I had like a dunce cap on, and everyone was like, "Look, this idiot."
No,
talking about
you
his
were
super
you were
No, I'm
talking,
just-
and I didn't want to interrupt because you were absolutely correct. Like
I felt like
this
I had
is
a
a
dunce
whole
cap on,
process.
and I was sitting on a little chair in the corner because the teacher didn't like the way I fucking wrote
No,
my letters on the
no,
blackboard.
no,
Well, yeah, I
no,
don't know.
no.
I would like to do that, and hey, it might take a while because these things take time. I'm happy for it to take its time because I want this to be a not super like something that I've talked to you guys about and we've all talked about a bit is that like the entire sentiment for this thing is not to have super strict deadlines. I have a little bit of a deadline for this one that was pretty stressful because I wanted to have it out before I went on a little vacation. But I don't want to have big deadlines. I don't want to rush anything, but also avoiding being a perfectionist because if we were, we would revise and reshoot things endlessly and it would never come out. It would not exist at all. The pilot would like not exist right now if we did that. So,
Yeah.
I'm happy to let things be right now and put them out and whatever we feel like we can improve on a little bit in the future. Maybe that'll be a change in the film edit. Yeah, you never know. You never know how things will change. Of course, everything's still a mystery because it's still kind of hanging over because it's a good bit into the future. So yeah. Plus, I will be. I like it's. I'm at a weird point where like I have kind of I don't have a lot of my responsibilities that I had earlier in the summer, and also school hasn't started yet. But I don't know if I'll be more or less busy once I have to go back to taking classes this year.
Yeah.
Because that's quite soon. Yeah. Because to be honest, sometimes actually school is a lot less time consuming
Yeah.
than work in terms of hours of the week. So yeah, man.
I had one more like major question about the pilot actually that I've been meaning to ask. I know you've talked about it before, it just in like in our own like personal chats or whatever, about how you're really proud of it, and even if it's not like even if it doesn't like get much attention at all, you're still really happy with how it came out and everything.
Mhm.
But I guess I was wondering, is there not necessarily like a metric, but is there any like I guess goals or hopes that you have at least for the pilot episode?
It's out and I like it, so all my goals are already met. I guess I don't know what other metric I would have. Like
That's fair.
I'm not. I don't know. I don't know what other metrics there are to have because like in terms of like I guess if you're talking about like views and stuff, then like it just doesn't particularly matter because I'm not making money off of it, so like I don't really have a
Yeah.
reason to care about that. And also um I kind of don't want it to be seen by that many people because that puts a little bit more pressure on like trying to appeal, and that's something I don't want
Yeah.
to do with this. This is something that's like
I understand.
I don't want to say okay. I realize it sounds really selfish, but like is 50% from my perspective, it's like working on this is 50% for our group and 50% like just for me and what I really am passionate about with the project. Which
Yeah.
is partially a conscious thing and partially because that's just going to be how things roll as I am the person doing most of the work. Although I do very much, I couldn't do this alone, but it's kind of the same way with all of this stuff. It's like, I couldn't do this without all of the kind contributors doing voice work and helping with shooting the scenes and stuff. But the much of the work is going to fall to me, the person who's kind of running the show. So yeah, it's a natural process that like I'm going to do gravitate towards creative ideas.
Then they're
that
gonna
looks
be
like
hey, so you cut out. We didn't hear anything. You said.
And you didn't tell me?
No,
Why wouldn't you tell me? What?
I mean, we thought we'd better for like audience attention if like you were just talking the entire time.
What?
Oh,
I didn't. I don't know. I wasn't thinking about it. I was just like, oh, well, guess he cut out.
You can just tell me and I'll just fix it. What do you mean? What? What kind of answer is that? Well, I'm not repeating that.
I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god, that sucks. Whatever.
we'll listen
Oh
to the
my God.
podcast. We'll listen to the podcast. Yes,
Sure you will.
right
Sure
there.
you will. Okay. Oh my god.
Oh wait, I do have one question about the pilot
Yeah. Okay.
because you shared like a lot of the script during like the writing process. Like I
Mhm.
think even like when you only had like a couple pages, you like shared the script being like, oh, like I've got this. Let's get on our way.
Not
There was
really.
one.
I showed it when no, it's halfway. I think.
Yeah, yes, that's correct. That I was like, I remember you showed it while it was in
But yeah,
progress.
go on.
There was one scene that I believe you cut out. I believe it's at the end of the barracks scene.
Oh shit. Yeah. So basically, I couldn't show it mostly just because of like YouTube has some new rules that they don't approve of certain things. Basically, you remember at the end, Jack is like, "Oh, you have to be my equal," and he was like, and Rickon was like, "Oh, you're equal? Sure, if you think you can keep up with me." And basically, after that, they were going to wah, 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 wah.